Good morning, Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell, per usual, on this good Tuesday morning. Hold on. Let me make sure it's Tuesday. Yes. On this good Tuesday morning, September the 30th, 2025, and it is currently 11:13 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. Hold on. I have a few different things that I was channeling this morning, and I'm just going to start talking, and I'm going to see where I go with this. I got up, I took my shower or whatever. I started doing my fixing up my ponytail a little bit, and I'm about to do my kids' hair and cook breakfast or whatever. You know, I kind of like my kids not going to school because shit, we'd be a lot less stressed out. Not trying to be funny. However, anyway, I was hearing this morning, like, the children are the future. However, we in a world that is so fucked up and needs to change that they can't even rely on their elders. And I'm going to give a few examples for that. And I'm going to use the examples of working jobs. I'm purposely coughing, trying to clear my throat. Maybe somebody fucking with my throat chakra or something. Because I'm trying to clear my throat. Anyway, I worked a few jobs, okay? And when you work jobs and you're like the rookie, I'm not even going to say the rookie, because sometimes a rookie can be mature in age. But when you're younger on a job, let's just say working around a lot of females, because I'm a female. And I was also a CNA. And I will go into certain jobs where you got to get trained by somebody who worked there longer than you, or somebody who's up in rank. They have more seniority and things like that. And you know, sometimes you'll get to working with somebody and they're training you and things like that. And as long as you don't know more than them, or you're not doing the job as good as them or better than them, then they're perfectly fine. But then, you know, they trained you. So you learn the job and you start doing it, and then you're doing a great job, and now they have an attitude. Like, who do that girl think she is? I've been a CNA for 20 years. She just got her certification. She only been a CNA for 2 months. She thinks she can come in here telling me how to do my job. Nobody, you trained me. I didn't come in here telling you how to do your job. You trained me. You showed me what to do. I learned it. Now it's time for me to get on the floor. But now that I'm using the techniques that you trained me to do, because the job trained you, I have put my own twist to it. If I got 15 residents, 5 of them need showers, the other 10 need transportation to breakfast, lunch, dinner, or whatever shift I'm working or whatever, I have to do the set the way that's best for me. Sometimes you got people that got to go to dialysis. Sometimes people sleep in to 10 a.m. You got to bring their breakfast to their room. Sometimes people don't like their showers to the afternoon. So I done sat down and mapped out what works best for me in my schedule, and now it just happens to be more convenient than yours. And I get my job done faster than you. But one, I'm younger than you. So granted, you've been a senior, you 40-something years old now. You've been a senior for 20 years. So now it's taking a toll on your body. And I'm not talking about nobody. This is experience that I'm speaking about. After you done been a senior for 10 years or 15 years, anything where you're lifting or something, your body is going to start getting tired of that shit. I'm not saying that you're too old to be doing it or anything, but you're getting older. So it ain't as easy for you to go in there and flipping a motherfucker around that's 300 pounds, like 1, 2, 3, go. Because now you're a little bit tired. So it's not that easy no more. I, by myself, can use this motherfucking Hoyer lift by myself because I'm strong as fuck. However, you done broke your wrist twice. You get twice. You get what I'm saying? So it's a difference. When younger people come in, we should appreciate them. But in the world that we live in and shit, these stupid motherfuckers be too busy trying to compete with our young children who are the future of the world. I've noticed that in many fields. I've either worked in call centers too. Oh, I've been answering these phones, or I've been doing this, or I'm the supervisor, I'm the manager. You can't tell me how to. Well, how come I ended that phone call and they was irate with you? Because you think you know every fucking thing. And you think you can tell everybody what to do. You don't have the room and capacity to learn new shit because you're stuck in your ways and you think that you topped out and mastered everything when you learn new things every day. New techniques and everything. Speaking of, my daughter came into the living room last night and we were talking about a math equation, the roots of square roots of things. And she was showing how a man was doing it on TikTok by just using a little square and drawing circles in it. And how he was getting the square roots of all the answers. Opposed to the old way back in the day that teachers used to be teaching the kids and they couldn't get that shit. Or it takes a longer time to learn it. This man just broke it down on TikTok. My daughter like, damn, I wish I been knew that. So it'd be simple shit like that. That's just like counting by nines. When my 4th grade teacher, Miss Jones from Hubert Elementary, she had so many different techniques of showing us how to do things. And she was the very first person that showed me like counting by nines. All you got to do is put whatever finger down that you're trying to divide it by. So if 9 times 1, everything times 1 is usually that number, right? Right. But 9 times 1, you put 1 finger down. How many fingers you got left up? You got 9. Or whatever. Let me see. How did she do it? You put the thumb down. And then 9 times 2 is 18. So you put the second finger down. You got a 1 on this side and the other 8 fingers on this side. 1 and 8 is 18. 9 times 3. You put the third finger down. You got the 2 on this side, 7 on this side. 27. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4, 36, because you got a 3 on this side and 6 other fingers on this side. So it was so easy for you to learn it that way, opposed to somebody trying to just be like, no, you need to know 9, 18. No. When a little kid, they find it way easier to do it like that. You get what I'm saying? So there's always things that young people can teach us. Okay? But when you stuck in your ways, or you think you just know so much more than a younger person because you're an elder to them, that is not what that means. You know how many childish ass old motherfuckers walking around this bitch? And it's young teenagers that's way more mature than them. Got way much more common sense. So it's something about that. And I was realizing that yesterday while I was watching videos, because I really haven't been too much caring to watch YouTube videos like that no more, because it be hating ass bitches. And not even saying just hating on me, hating on other people. I don't like to see people hate on other people either. And I was listening to this lady yesterday who called herself a starseed. And, you know, I had wore a shirt like this. You know how my stomach is showing? And you can see like stretch marks or whatever in my little fupa, pudge, fat or whatnot. Like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh or whatnot. It was this lady, she was making a video and she was talking about how people have to fuck their way to the top or something like that. And that's so funny because I remember when she lived in a tent and she was doing YouTube videos. What you do to get up to where you at? But anyway, I was listening to her video and her tone of speech and the things that she was saying. And when I started listening to it, and I don't know why she keep popping up on my timeline because I'm not subscribed to her. But I asked God, and God said, because I'm going to show you the people that copy you and that make a mockery of you, but then turn around and pretend that they don't like you and that what you're doing is fake. Meanwhile, they copy everything that you do. And I am God, and I am going to expose lights on them so that you can know who they are. So anyway, I was listening to her video and she was talking about somebody gonna be rich, but it's because they fucked their way to the top. And I was just thinking about that, like, she sounds just like the disciples who hated on Mary Magdalene, who was basically saying like, why would Jesus tell her this? She's a hoe. But she wasn't a hoe. And Jesus loved Mary Magdalene. That was damn near like his wife, married or not. So he told her a lot of secrets. He put her up on game, per se. So when he was crucified and she was able to still speak the word, the other niggas was jealous of her. The other people was jealous of her. Why would Jesus tell her that? Why would Jesus pass down gifts and knowledge to her? For what? She's a hoe. Just like on Barbershop 2 when Cedric the Entertainer was like, Jesus was a pimp and Mary was a hoe. I mean, he was joking, but there's no joke behind that at the same time. Niggas was jealous of Jesus because he was a prophet. And Mary Magdalene would go out and get women because they were not jealous of Jesus to come to the church, the congregation, and gather around. And Jesus was teaching the women and the very few men who wanted to listen. So they basically looked at Mary Magdalene as being used by Jesus, being pimped out by Jesus. Like, oh, you go out, find other women, bring them back to me, and then bring them to the congregation. And just like church, these women were grateful for Jesus because he was a prophet and he was helping them and he was a healer. He was healing them and he was giving them the knowledge that they needed to succeed in life. So therefore, they were paying him through tithes and offerings by any means necessary, whether it was a goat, a cow, or some coins. They were giving it to Jesus, and the other niggas who was naysayers was jealous of that. So they started the rumors of Jesus basically being a pimp and Mary basically being a pimped out hoe. And that's not what it was. Jesus had gifts. Mary believed in him, so she went and found other women and brought them back. Like, hey, look at him. Look at what he's saying. Look what he can do for you. And because they were appreciative, they blessed him. And that's why he was crucified as well. Because niggas be jealous of other niggas about bitches and you don't even know what the fuck you be talking about. So it was just so funny listening to somebody trying to mock somebody else. And you sit around and watch everything that they do. But you so stuck in your ways and stupid that you will never get on my level. But I was thinking about that even when it comes to children. Because some of these kids, young men, young females, these teenagers, they are very gifted, very talented, very fucking smart. And it be old motherfuckers jealous of them because you wasn't strong-minded enough to get up off your ass and say, fuck what these niggas talking about. I can do this. I'm here, I know I can be what I want to be. These kids out here bold, and that's why we ain't in slavery. And we breaking generational curses, breaking chains, and we getting the fuck up out the motherfucking matrix. While you slow ass motherfuckers who called yourselves our elders was too fucking pussy to do so. Scared of the government and scared to even believe in shit that they teaching us that we shouldn't even believe in. But so don't be mad at me because I was bold enough to take a chance. But people would start spreading all type of rumors about you. Oh, she had to fuck her way up to the top. She had to. And I had to just laugh that off. Because that's the same way they talked about Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So, and I be telling my kids that too. Don't let nobody try to discourage you from what you want to do and what you want to believe in because they wasn't strong enough or able to do it. But that's your purpose as an elder. To teach your kids the stuff that you learned late in life. And to egg them on and boost them up to do the things that we could not do. That's why I'm so passionate when it comes to the justice system and shit. Because them the same motherfuckers who dogged out my mama and dogged out my grandma and wouldn't help them when they were supposed to be able to depend on the law. So I'd be damned if I let the law, the government, or any motherfucking body control me and my goddamn kids. It ain't got shit to do about fucking your way up to the top. However, people are attracted to people who are bold, who ain't scary, who are different, who ain't stuck in the matrix. And they tend to want to be like that. And you don't have to want to be like that. You can be like that when you stop being a bitch. But anyway, I was just getting that downloaded message this morning. Like, it's so sad how we don't even have people, kids don't even have people that they can express themselves to without them trying to knock them down or discredit them or some shit like that. And that's so fucking sad. But yeah, anywho, I'm hearing, baby, go and get some bad bitches, bring them home. And that's how I said Mary Magdalene was going to get the females. Man, too. She was going to get anybody. Kind of like the Jehovah Witnesses that come knock at your door because they want you to believe in Jehovah and shit like that. That's kind of like what Mary Magdalene did. But she did it for the Most High, the Christ conscious. That's called working for God. Now, I'm also going to talk about it in a different way. Speaking of fucking your way up to the top. Because if you've been following my page, then you will know that I was saying I had a dream. And I was doing messages like I was going to talk to a Fed officer and stuff like that. And I joke about being a detective and a Fed officer and things like that. Well, I always use the comparison to like Gabrielle Union in Bad Boys 2. She was a Fed officer, an undercover agent. And she had a case against the cartel. So in order for her to get close to the cartel and into the group, then she had to date somebody from the cartel, which put her life on the line and her job on the line. But it was a part of her job to solve the case. And in order to get close enough to people like the cartel and the mafia, you probably gonna have to fucking suck. Not saying you got to be out here unprotected and shit like that, no. But to get in and get the job done and get them niggas up off the motherfucking street and stop all that killing and gang rivalry and shit, you got to get out in the field. You motherfucking bitches can't solve no cases and shit because you scared to get out in the fucking field. And I ain't saying that always requires fucking. But in my life, it requires dating. And that's why I said, like, people can't say, if a Fed officer came into my life trying to figure out stuff about me, he would have to pretend to like me or date me or something. And we probably going to be fucking or something because I'm going to ask too many questions. Well, why you asking me this? And why this? And why that? Like, you're going to have to really make that shit. I'm here and dress it up and make it real funny. You're going to have to really convince me that you fuck with me for real. Because other than that, I'm about to start looking at you like you the feds or an op or something. So Fed officers really got to know how to play their role. That's why a lot of Fed officers pretend to be drug dealers and crackheads and shit. That's why when you go to jail and you did some fucked up shit, they throw a dummy in there acting like they high and coming off coke and meth and shit. That motherfucker is the feds. Because they're playing their role, getting the job done. So I see exactly why your ass ain't solving no motherfucking cases. Once you too scared to get out in the field. And when you out there, you ain't doing a good enough job to investigate. You're not even playing your role good enough. You need to work the computers. You wasn't made for this. That's why you can't understand it. And that's what I was saying about talking to guys. Like, if you know me, I'm very sexual. Like, if I'm in a relationship, I like having sex with the person who I'm in a relationship with. But other than that, I don't care to fuck you. But my life and the case that I was going through, this RICO, that I was going through, going up against CPS, DHS, DPD, the government, and all that type of shit. Bank, financial institutions, organizations, Masons, Eastern Stars, secret societies and shit. Bitch, I had to get out in the field. Oh, the Masons fucking with me? Oh, let me see what's going on up in this bitch. Fucking with the Masons and shit. Fucking with the ops. But that's how I collected all the motherfucking details that I need to know on motherfuckers. Oh yeah, he do this, she do this, she said this, he did that. You gotta pretend sometimes. Just like motherfuckers be pretending to like you, pretending to support you, pretending to love you. You gotta pretend to fuck with them so you can fuck them up at the end. So you can crack your case, save your life, and get your money back. So people need to stop worrying about how I live my life. And trying to make a mockery of it. You couldn't even copy me. You could never do what I do. That's why you don't understand it. So sit back and flick them motherfucking cards as you should. But anyway, I was getting that. Like, and that's why everybody's life journey is different as well. That's why everybody's life journey is different. You shouldn't go around comparing yourself to anybody or trying to compete with somebody. We wasn't even put on this planet to do that anyway. We was put here to build each other up. It doesn't matter skin color or anything. Because once you get to the level I'm on, you know that this shit don't even motherfucking matter. It's what's in your blood that matters. People is sick in the fucking head. But they be calling themselves star seeds and spiritual advisors and shit. They work for the fucking devil. And you know how they end up working for the devil? Because they end up hating on other people. And God is not a person who holds hate in their heart. Godly people, we don't hold hate in our heart. We don't even hold grudges. We hold the truth. We hold love. And that's what we give out. And sometimes it be tough love. Like I'm giving it right now. You're bitter. And you will never be able to help nobody younger than you or anything like that with that fucked up ass mindset that you got. Thinking that shit got to be done a certain way. But you see your way ain't working. And you ain't solving shit. You running your fucking mouth. Because you too scary to get out in the field. Except for when you was in that tent. So you better watch how you coming for motherfuckers. But anyway, I'm hearing God will humble you. Quick, too. Very much so. And just as God giveth, God will taketh away. So watch what the fuck you out here saying about other people. And how you treating other people, too. Just because you think you older. Or you been doing something longer. Or you went to school and shit. Because I just gave the example of how my daughter said a man on TikTok showed her how to do a math equation way better than her math teacher who probably got a master's degree. Times are changing. The way of things is changing. Do you see how AI is out here? People is impersonating other people. You can't even tell the difference. And y'all talk about some... Yeah, because in order to do this, you got to do this and draw it like this. And bitch, what? Hey, Siri. And Google. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I can find an answer way quicker than breaking down this shit like how y'all did it in 1902. No. But it be our elders who are supposed to be teaching us, who be the ones knocking us down. And that's why the world is not changing. But it's so funny to me how people are. Who are our kids supposed to go to if they teachers gonna be hating on them? Who? How is the world going to change if y'all want shit to stay a certain way? That don't even make no fucking sense. But then the old motherfuckers be the same ones. Oh, that young generation. No, it's not the young generation. Who raised the young generation? You sourpuss, bitter ass old motherfuckers who stuck in y'all ways. Angry because you ain't never stand up for your motherfucking self. But now that these young kids coming out, the Gen Zs and shit, and we standing up for ourselves or teaching our kids to stand up for themselves, now it's a problem. No. Because if y'all hadn't been doing this and teaching us this and our ancestors and shit, we wouldn't have been in slavery. 400 fucking years of being pussies. No. No. We speak up for what we believe in. And we stand on it. 10 toes down over here. We don't do fake shit. We don't do hating. We don't hate on other people for what? When we great as fuck. We don't talk about people behind their backs. When we bold as fuck. We don't let people get down on us and then don't teach them a lesson behind that shit. We don't let people beat us and take from us. That's not what we do. And I don't care what it is. If it's content, money, gifts, ideas, none of that. That shit don't fly over here no more. So now they call us rebels, rebellious, demonic. No, that's not true. We just ain't bitches. And godly people, they ain't bitchy people. In the words of God, you better whoop their ass or I'ma whoop your ass. That's how God think. So y'all want us to sit back and do what? Be dumb, be pushovers, let everybody else take credit for our work, our thoughts, and shit like that. That's why we fucked up now when we gotta fix this shit. But I just be paying attention. And God said, Aaliyah, some of these people is popping up on your timelines. I be seeing other people pop up on my YouTube timeline that I been blocked their tarot channels. So now they popping up under new names. And I blocked them too. I got fake people showing fake love to me straight up in my face. Block that hoe. Straight up in her face. No. Block them and keep it pushing. Block a hoe and keep it pushing. If you don't fuck with my vibes, you don't fuck with my vibes. What the fuck you watching me for? So, yeah. Never, ever let nobody... I just did a video the other day. Never let nobody basically like bully you into silence. Or try to make a joke or a mockery out of you so that you feel like, oh, they gonna laugh at me. Oh, they gonna talk about me. Oh, no. Fuck a bitch. If she wanna laugh, let her laugh. Laugh now, cry later, ho. If she wanna be a mockery, make a mockery, let her mock. See who do it the best. They're all actors. So that's the downloaded message that I was getting. But it's what I noticed too. I notice it. Even some of these girls doing hair. These young girls, some of them are going to cosmetology school, yes. So if they want to work in shops and stuff. A lot of these girls is basing businesses out their garage, basements, and buying trailers and shit. They done taught themselves how to do hair off of YouTubes and TikToks and everything like that. And they making money. And then you got old hairstylists out here. I had to go to school for this. I had a license for this. This. Ain't nobody still... Yes, we like spritz. I mean, soft steam car shit. We like it all. Pump it up, yes. But a lot of people don't like that type of shit in their hair no more. They don't want that hard ass shit. No fucking perms, thinning our hair out and all that type of shit. Spritz burning the fucking scalp out. And then, look. Oh, there's a lawsuit if you got cancer from this, that, and the other. Now we out here speaking natural this, natural that, and y'all talk about girls. Natural, that nappy ass shit. Who do it? Dreads. We don't like dreads. Nap this, nap. That's our culture. That's who we are. But y'all want to still lie, what is it? Fried, dyed, and laid to the motherfucking side. Spritzed up hard as rocks and shit. Not adapting to change. We like edge control. Yes, we do. We don't want a whole bunch of caked up ass beeswax and spritz and shit. We like a little edge control and the rest to be natural. We like a little coconut oil or some shit up in there and we kind of good. Well, we do it this way. Do it that way then. The fuck you mad at me for? It's just how people are. Back when I worked at Ford, we didn't have them benefits. Y'all kids got it too easy. Y'all got phones, laptops, tablets, iPads. Yeah, we do. And guess what? It makes shit a lot motherfucking easier than us writing every goddamn thing down. Oh, let me type this up real quick. Let me put it on my phone real quick. What the fuck you mad for? Times have changed. Get hip. That's what you do. You learn new things. So you don't got to be sitting down here writing out checks and shit no more. Online mobile banking. The fuck we going to stand in this long ass bank line for? ATM line. We don't do that no more. You don't got to go stand in the bank for an hour on the first. You get direct deposit. You snap a picture of your check, it goes right there. You take your money out, switch it to this account, switch it to that account. Bank teller who? It's how the world is changing. So you have to adjust. But don't get mad that you had started from the bottom and now it's getting easier for the new generations. That's what it's supposed to do. If you taught somebody something and they doing the job better than you now, you shouldn't be sitting there looking like a bitch. You should be giving a hand clap like, damn, I trained her. Get it, girl. Like, yes, I trained her to do that. That's why she a bad bitch at that shit. You should be giving yourself a hand clap. But instead, hoes be hating. That's why I say I can't even get mad at people who talk about me now or be trying to make a mockery of me or switching my words up or copying me or anything like that. Bitch, if you do it good enough, I'm going to give you a motherfucking hand clap. Because that's just like I said, my life is a movie. I never said I wanted to play it. So guess what? When it comes time to make a movie about my life, I want to be sitting right there picking the person who I want to play me. Because who's going to do it the best? Don't nobody know me like me. So can't nobody choose nobody to play a role of me but me. And then I'm going to sit back and watch my movie like, damn, she played the fuck out of Ali and Kiera Williams. I fucks with you the long way. Ain't no hating. Yes. Some tissue? Mm-hmm. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, come on, get out. But yeah, I just was noticing like the world that we live in and the way that they say together we stand and divided we fall. Together we stand and divided shit gets fucked up. Until y'all learn that everybody has a talent, everybody has a gift, you shouldn't be competing, but we can all put our ideas together and shit, and everybody not going to agree. You're going to have some people that agree to do it this way, some people that agree to do it that way. That's why you got to find you an area. And once you find you an area, stay there. Because remember, you didn't agree with what I was doing over here. So when we start succeeding, don't get mad because you picked the side and I stay there. But don't be talking about me or trying to discredit me and my team for our work, our discoveries, and what we came up with because you and your team over there couldn't do it. Or y'all thought that y'all way of doing it was better. However, our way took a little bit longer, but we're more successful. We have longevity over here. Y'all shit falling apart and it's a revolving door. I'm hearing, but you made your bed, not laying it. I can have another you in a minute. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. See, you're irreplaceable. These older bitches and bitches who, they don't even got to be much older than you in age. They could just have been doing something longer than you. Don't ever think that you irreplaceable. Because, bitch, it's always somebody else that's learning new things every day and they ain't stuck in one way of thinking. So whether you want to say they fucked their way to the top or not, no. They fucked up some commas and made it. You should do the same. But anyway, I don't know, I had to get that off my chest. Because I'm hearing rumors are going to be spread. Like, oh, she got too much money. I know she had to do this. I know she had to do that. Or she was fucking them niggas. So, yeah, she had to fuck her way up to the top. No. No. But, yeah. They said it about Jesus and Mary Magdalene, too. Jesus was a pimp and Mary was a hoe. However, they built an empire. And it's making me think of Empire with Lucius and Cookie. Because he was like a pimp. I'm seeing, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Anyway, that's a different movie. That's, damn, what movie is that? Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Anyway, he was a pimp. And he happened to be Cookie's husband in Empire, too. And, you know, she was kind of like considered a hoe at first. and made her way up. That they in the same movie together. Cookie and Lucius is in. I got my laptop right here. Cookie and Lucius are Empire, but the movie that I'm talking about is the same too. Terrence, is his name Terrence Howard and Taraji? You know it's hard out here for a pimp when you gotta make that money for the rent. Is what I'm thinking of. Let me see. What movie is that? Hustle Hard? Is that the name of a movie? Hustle and Flow. Hustle and Flow. Is that it? What the hell is y'all doing? Yes, Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson. And they played in Empire too. Hustle and Flow basically turned into Empire. And guess what? Empire was Jesus and Mary Magdalene, who they claimed was a pimp and a hoe. So know what the fuck you talking about before you get to running your motherfucking mouth talking about if somebody fucked their way up to the top. But y'all have a great day. And I love y'all. And cherish our young people and people who are rookies at doing things, because they might just end up doing it better than you. And you're going to have to just face the fact. You're going to either love and congratulate them, or you're going to get left the fuck behind. So you pick a side. Oh, but I wish you guys nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, and good wealth as we building an empire out here for New World Order where we don't accept bullshit and fuckery. However, we live happily ever after.